Alright, we're playing Divinity Original Sin 2 today, which I was just gifted yesterday. Thank you to my husband for that. I've never played this one, I've only played the first Original Sin.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And
don't eat that apple.
Like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned.
Uh-oh.
I was shackled and collared. And sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
Oh, that's a little me.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now, no need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Okay. Don't you just hate mornings like this?
What a dismal way to wake, in the belly of the beast. Let's see if I can grope my way out.
Said Donald Trump. Alright. Can I do anything?
Bones are so boring. Without flesh, there's no memories to be had.
I mean...
Still, not the worst bed I've ever slept in.
Same. The worst one was with my ex. Oh, okay. It's been a while since I've played Divinity, so I have to get used to the controls again. When I played Divinity Original Sin, like when I first played it, oh my god, I played that game for hours. At the time, we only had one PC, so my husband hated me. He didn't hate me, he loves me.
An animal pen. How utterly charming.
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin.
Aww.
Why, there you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Let's see, how do I want to respond to this? You pull at the thing around your neck, futilely. Demand to know why she collared you. I could do the outlaw approach. Look around warily and wonder what damageable dungeon you ended up in this time. Oh, damnable dungeon you ended up in this time. Scholar, mused at the room's shape. You can tell you're on a Lucian-class frigate. But why? Or take your leave.
It seems as though there's a pattern in the blood flow. That can't be natural.
I guess the scholar approach?
Why?
We'll try that one.
Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
Well, no shit. Okay.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative.
I would say so. Actually, maybe you should just give me a little
I'm
bit
sure
more.
you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good girl, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
No, don't end Source. Okay, I'll take my leave. Map. Important characters will mark destinations on your map. I'm guessing that's where I'm going? Yeah. Okay.
Now where did I leave my calipers?
I lose my calipers too, actually. Anything over here? That could be useful. Crafting panel. This is the crafting screen. Select or drag items into crafting slots and hit the combine button. Valid combinations will be added to your recipe book. I hardly ever craft things in games. I might do like healing potions and like magic of regeneration things, but other than that, I don't really craft things. Oops.
Good gods. There's been a murder here.
Oh no. There has been a murder.
Behind the
What
Magister,
happened?
a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
Alright, avoid looking into the room. Between the lurching ship and the smell of blood, you feel a little sick. Peer into the room and ask what happened, or take your leave. I'm gonna peer.
There's been a murder. The
No shit.
Sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them.
Well,
Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does.
I have a feeling I'm gonna be the one to figure it out. See, ask if I could lend a hand in the investigation. Ask if he knew the dead man. Pause. Always does. Ask if this sort of thing happens often. Smile and think better of saying what you're thinking. Whoever the murderer is, they could stand to learn that bloodletting is an art, not a sport. Oh, I so want to do the last one. We're gonna do it, because in games you can do
Move
whatever you
along.
want. Aye, aye, Captain. Can we investigate? Oh, I probably can't.
No lesions, no trauma. He was bled back. Ugly sight, isn't it?
Yep.
Burns me up this happened under
Talking
our
about your
protection.
face, not the mess.
We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
Inform her that she wasn't this man's protector, she was his captor. Ask why she's letting you so close to the crime scene. For all she knows, you could be the killer, or take your leave. I guess.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir.
Still shouldn't let me in here.
You're
Destroying
one of the
evidence.
only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
It's been known to happen. Shrug and say maybe you can. You are a sorcerer after all. Tell her that that's a trick you haven't quite mastered. Ask her if she's investigating her fellow magisters as well. One of them could have easily done this. Oh, dude.
I
Number two.
thought as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
Alright, nod and say you'll let her know if you hear anything. Say that you're no snitch. Laugh. She really thinks you'd help a magister, someone who's keeping you under lock and key. Tell her your price is considerably higher than that. I don't know, I kinda like her, so I'll just nod.
Thanks. I just want to catch whoever did this before they hurt anyone else.
That's noble. Okay. Is there anything? There's a poetry book. I don't really want that. Okay. So I guess just ask around? Maybe? See if anybody knows anything. Let's go over here.
You scallywags. Oh, there you are. Wife.
A wife? I'm married?
Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all rat-like babes that I am by no accounts this loaser woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
Play along and take her arm with the grin. Tell the children they must be mistaken, or squint at the lot of them. Say she must have confused you with someone else. Look at the past old dirty kids and say they seem well enough, like brats to you. I'll play along.
How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else.
That is a God-given name.
What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
That's true. Oh, one of the options is that's true enough. Shake her hand. Ask if she couldn't find some more age-appropriate companions. Say you're more concerned with survival than entertainment. I'll be a nice one. I won't be that snarky. Ask if she knows anything about the murder. Tell her she ought to have a look around with you. Take my leave. I'll ask if she knows anything about the murder, because for all I know, she is the murderer.
Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Ooh, I don't like that philosophy. Let's see if she'll look around with me at least.
But I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch.
Yep,
You're
of kids.
too soft for it. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Me.
Good luck, Chief.
Okay.
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Who else can I talk to? I want to know why I have this collar on. It looks ridiculous.
Did you see the body? They ought to let you taste a bit. Maybe you'd find out who done it.
Okay. I get this. That's one way of investigating.
Totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, Ghetto. You hear that?
Let's see. Girl, tell him he ought to think twice before addressing you like a child. Ask what you're meant to be hearing. Wave his request away and ask him what he knows about the murder on board. I'm gonna go with that one. I'll just be direct.
Open. He looks at you and frowns.
Murder? Ah, that's what they were going on and on about.
This dude was literally sitting in front of you
I
talking
wouldn't
about
know
it.
anything about it. I kill a man. He knows who done it. His daddy knows who done it. And the mayor knows who done it too.
Ah, so humble.
His eyes flutter shut, and he assumes his position of repose once more.
Whether they catch me is another matter, but I ain't one to hide my accomplishments.
Alright.
The ship, of course.
Quieten and listen to the sounds of the ship.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
Tell him the ship is moaning like a sick man. Say the sea sounds angry like it's trying to capsize the ship. Remark that your shipmates are as chatty as gulls, you can barely hear over the din. Tell him you don't hear anything unusual. I'm gonna say the sea sounds angry.
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger, it's...
He cocks his ear to the other side, then smiles.
anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate.
I don't have breeches.
That's all you hear, though. Listen close.
Close your eyes and try to let the ambient sounds on the ship fade away. Ask him what exactly you're supposed to be listening for. Tell him you don't have the time for this and bid him farewell. I'll play along. This seems interesting.
Like
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There, you heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, kiddo. Good news.
Ask what's got him so excited. That was nothing more than a rat. Nod, you heard it. What's it supposed to be? Decide to leave him to his soundscape and take your leave. I want to know what he's talking about.
The wheel, don't you see? You
Oh my god.
beautifully
Wheel.
Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks
Cool
it
whip.
clockwise, which means we're heading east. Pardon my beard. That means if we've been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
Tell him he shouldn't talk like that about such a magnificent beard. Ask why he's so excited about reaching Fort Joy. You haven't heard anything good about the place. Note he must be a practiced sailor. Ask what the figure means to him. I want to know more about Fort Joy.
No
we'll
indeed,
do that.
kiddo. But that ain't my final
Oh.
destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, kiddo.
Alright, cock an eyebrow. If he's hatching an escape plan you want in, say nothing, but look him over once before leaving. You may want to find him again inside Fort Joy. Take your leave. I'll just say nothing. Alright, now let's go try and find out about this murder.
Here's the register, ma'am. Good, good. Magister Williams has just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
Tell him you're fine, say you've been through worse, ask if he actually cares, ask if he'd be fine collared like a dog and stuck in a ship's hold with the corpse and a murderer on the loose. I'll do the
He
last one.
tugs the collar of his uniform and chuckles.
I'm sorry you're upset, ma'am, but we all wear what we wear for a reason.
But why?
You
What is
head
the
on
reason?
in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
At least make it more fashionable.
Keep those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run...
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
Oh, Wendigo.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, Sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Say yes, sir, and turn to leave. This murderer must be brought to justice. This may be the perfect opportunity to create a mutiny. Tell the woman you stand by her. Address the sorcerer and ask her what she meant by there are others whose lives must end. I would do that because with the sorcerer, you never know. They end up killing other people with their hands
Your
shackled.
journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
That's what I was talking about.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Then we're getting out.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Ah, shit. I should have stood by her. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay, I guess I didn't have to fight. That's fine, I wasn't ready for that.
What's happened?
Hold left alt to highlight objects that can be picked up. A lot of stuff, okay. Broken source color. Okay. We'll go here. We'll take what we can. Yeah. Okay. Oh, they're oh, I just realized that they're like mush. Interesting. Nothing. Okay. Oh, fuck yeah. To equip an item, open your inventory and drag the item to the equip slot. Okay. Makeshift club. Shattered two-hander. What's this? A shield? We'll try this one. Oh. Okay. So at least I'm armed a little bit. What else can I take? Who all is dead? Other than these guys. Is everybody dead? Uh-oh.
The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor.
Not the dwarf.
His great beard twisted and tangled around him. He is stock still. You can't see if he's living or dead.
Hold your head to his chest, listening for a heartbeat. Call to him. Is he alright? Or leave him be? I'll call to him. He alive. Oh no, the puppy. Here you go, puppy. Be free. Okay.
God damn it! I need to get off this wreck, and quick.
So nothing in there. Okay, through here. Oh, dead people. But why are all of them dead and not me? And that dwarf.
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
I know. I just need to loot everybody
God,
first.
Something's pounding on the hull.
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You recognize the symbol immediately for what it is. A warning of death fog within. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply grey. The color drains from your hand, and you are left numb.
Pull
It
open the door.
doesn't budge.
Aw. Okay. Can I go down that way? Yeah. There we go. Open chest. Monies.
That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
I can't go that way. Can I? Oh, maybe on that side. Oh, right there. I was looking for a staircase. Up again? Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, okay, thank you. Poison surface has been created in your vicinity. You can burn it away with fire or wait till enemies are inside to blow it up. Okay. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to go this way. Let's see. I'll do a mosquito swarm. I'm gonna move over here. And then I'll end my turn. It's been poisoned though. I'll just attack him. Yeah, he did. Okay. I guess I need to go this way. The fuck is that thing? Oh. I stepped in oil because I was staring at the monster. Okay. I'm guessing I can't go up that way. I stepped in the oil for nothing. Gotta turn around. Oh, I could go up here. I was just too stupid to realize it. Let me on the boat, please.
Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
They're dead.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time to get the hell out of here.
Alright, what should we do? Call the dwarf a yellow-bellied coward? Return to the lower deck and check for survivors? The ship trembles beneath your feet, but the kid's right. Say you'll go back to the lower deck and look for survivors. Tell the kid Gil is right. You just came from the lower deck, you're not going back now. Reach for the release mechanism. Forget the others, you just want off this bloody ship. I want to go back and look for survivors, but I don't know if I should call him a coward or just say I'll go back. I guess I'll go back.
Thank you! There's a ladder right over there. You can go straight down.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
Okay.
That's what you big mouse, did you?
Okay, so now I have to look for survivors. Oh, I see one.
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking wound.
So what am I supposed to do if I find survivors? Am I supposed to look for conscious survivors? Is there anybody else in here? It doesn't look like it. Oh hey, there's the dead guy. Can I loot him now? Chunk of flesh. I'll pass. I'll take the gold though. Bring out your dead.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a wait. Void woken.
Let's see. Swarm of mosquitoes. I'll move this way. And end my turn.
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
I thought void woken was supposed to be scary.
About to triumph.
Those about to rock, we salute you.
I've faced worse.
Where are you going? I thought that wasn't scary. Yay. We'll go attack this guy. Since she wasn't gonna finish him off. Anything? No. Okay. Can we get out of here now?
Let's not tarry. This old tub is about to burst.
Yay.
Pretty good tea.
Oh, fuck off. I'm the one that finished everything off.
Here's something. It's Magister Siwan.
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to stem the bleeding of a gushing wound.
Look around for a way to help her. There's nothing to be done. I'm
With
already down here.
jagged
Might as well
movements,
look.
She raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth, soaked with some kind of strong-smelling tincture.
Alright, take the cloth and hold it tight to the wound to try and stem the bleeding.
Blood quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror.
Hold the cloth tighter to the wound, unravel the blood-red cloth and wrap it snugly around her neck like a tourniquet. Slit her throat. Better to end it quickly. Leave her no time. I guess hold it tighter to the wound.
The pressure is stemming the flow of blood. Siwan clutches your arm, her eyes locked with yours. Something within the ship snaps. The floorboards shut.
I'm gonna die here. Continue holding the cloth to the wound. Take her hand and try and help her stand. I'll take her hand.
Siwan struggles to her feet, clinging to you tightly. The ship lets out a deep groan, then cracks.
Uh-oh. Knocked down. I did.
It's ripping the ship apart.
I can't move.
This is it. She's going.
Well. See, this is why you shouldn't be a good person.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
What kind of plans? I didn't agree to any plans.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing Sourcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan.
I'm not dead. Loading Fort Joy. I guess I made it somehow. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. I'm just helping people left and right. Maybe I should be just saying screw it. Oh, I washed up on shore. Awesome. Alright, well this seems like the perfect time to wrap things up. And in the next episode, maybe we'll get more answers. And maybe we'll figure out if it was a good idea for me to save people. Maybe I should be more of a bitch. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out in the next episode.